The next step of fixing this leaky shower, I'm going to have to cut a hole in my drywall. So I took my stud finder, found where the edge of the stud was, and went over another 1/2 inch. Both sides, and I took some measurements on where the center of the mixing valve is, and it's technically right up here. I am betting that it's the copper pipe going, that's extending down about 8 inches or so, is leaking. And if it's not, then I'll have to carry this on upwards more. But I'm going to go ahead and work on cutting this out and seeing what's behind it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out the drywall here behind the mixing valve. It's actually on the lower half of the mixing valve. So I'm just going to use this Dremel Multi-Max tool to cut that out. But since it's probably going to create a lot of dust, I'm going to put on my mask. Okay, here's the part that I thought might be leaking right there. So what I can do is turn the water supply back on to the mixing valve, turn it on, and see where the water is coming from. Okay, so I got the cold water supply turned on, so we're just going to turn on the shower here. This one's working. Aha! Look at that. Look at that. Turn that back off. Right at the tip of that thing. Wow. Huh. But why wasn't I getting any water out of that shower? That seems odd. It seems like some of it would have gone. Huh. Okay. But hopefully I can just cut this thing off. Maybe somehow add a PEX cap or plastic cap or something that'll expand with the cold. Well, and I need to insulate that. As you can see, there's no insulation between the external wall and this. So maybe that's all I have to do is get a new cap, braze it on, and then insulate it, like with this stuff here. Yeah, they insulated this PEX water supply down to the spigot that I got down below, but they didn't insulate this. How stupid was that? I am actually going to use a sharkbite fitting that will go up over this copper, and then I'm going to put a plug in the bottom of that sharkbite fitting, which is I guess some type of a adapter coupling that I'll use, but I'll show that to you here in a little bit. I think what we're going to have to do, this thing can be used on metal. Okay, so I put some wood temporarily as a backing against this, because as I push up against this to cut it, you know, it flexes, so I need it to be up against a hard stop so I can get a good cut. So I'm going to try this Dremel tool. I never used it to cut copper before, but this blade says it's for wood and metal. So hopefully it'll go okay. I'm assuming it's going to be louder than get out, so I'm putting on ear protection just in case. Okay, well, I had to saw this thing kind of back and forth a little bit to really get it to cut well, but it finally made it through. This thing's a little warm since that vibration was heating that baby up. It's not too bad of a cut. So then I'm not sure if you can see right here is the split that we had causing the leak. Okay, so now I gotta take a file or a wire brush and clean up this edge so I get my sharkbite fitting on top of that. So to deburr this, I'm going to try using my Dremel tool with a little wire wheel. I know that it probably seems like I have a sponsorship from Dremel, but I don't. I'd love to have one though. If anyone's out there listening. So let's see if this works worth a damn. Okay, so I got some of this from a pool float, and I had to notch it because it goes up and it's really close to this cross member here that the mixing valve is bolted to. So I had to notch this so it'll go up further. And then it's right at the base of the mixing valve, so it's then extending below this pipe. What I'm going to do is put the sharkbite fitting on the end of this. So it's got this at Home Depot, and then it has a threaded end here, and I got a cap that I'll put some pipe dope on, and then put that down here and cap that baby off. For some reason I can't get any pipe dope out. Oh great, the back end of my package is split. The tube is split. That's lovely. Great quality control there, guys. Bend that over like so. Crap, it's coming out of this end. Are you kidding me? Come on, damn it. And it won't come out of the end that it's supposed to come out of. How freaking frustrating is that? Son of a bitch. If it ain't one thing, it's another. So poke this down in here. There's still more coming out of the ass end of this stupid tube than down here. Look at that. Look at that. Son of a... You got to be kidding me. What a freaking mess. It don't work worth a shit. Throw this worthless tube away. What brand is this crap? Make sure you don't buy this. Rector seal. Yep. I will find a different brand next time. This is ridiculous. Okay, so I already got a little bit of a counter bore made in there. Just doing it with this hole saw that I have. Just doing it by hand, but I don't think it's deep enough. So I'm just gonna go a little further here. Just kind of pull it out. And just make sure that, yeah, see, that fits in there real well. Oh, boy, that went on pretty easily. to see if this is going to hold. So I'm going to go turn on the outside shower. Well, one of the cold that I have on. Oh, son of a bitch. That is not holding worth a shit. Look at that leak from there. Wow. Okay, so I think the issue I was having, I didn't have this pushed up all the way. So I measured the depth of it that this pipe needs to go. And then I measured it. So it was just a little bit over an inch. So this thing probably went up another 3/8 to a ½ inch further than what it did before. So now that I have that, I am going to retry. I'll put a little container here in case water starts leaking. I'll try it again. Okay, the water's going up there. Okay, it's looking good so far. I did not turn the hot water on yet to the mixing valve. I just turned on the cold. So when I turn on the hot, so they're both working, and then retest. Okay, now I got the hot water turned on. So both hot and cold are on. So let's start the shower. Okay, so now that's working full blast. Let's check this out over here. I'll let it run for a little bit. But seems to be holding. Yay raw. Okay, so I've let the shower run for like 5 minutes or so. No leaks. I turned it on and off multiple times just to see if the pressure differences would now cause it to leak. Everything seems fine. So now I'm just gonna put the insulation on. Or my homemade insulation sleeve. I don't want to be dropping things. Come on, baby, get over the hole. It's a tight fit. No, I like it tight. Okay, that is up there all the way to the mixing valve. So, here we go. Well, this insulation was just in here, just like that.